Search more than 15 million datasets from 15-plus sources in plain English. SmartFind uses semantic search. Type what you mean, not exact series IDs. Every dataset gets an IQ score, 0 to 100, for quality, freshness, and completeness. Precision filters let you narrow by country, frequency, provider, and units. Explore historical trends, compare analytics, and uncover patterns using interactive visualizations and advanced chart tools. Full metadata, interactive chart, and AI-powered insights, all in one view. Switch to the 10-year view to spot long-term Consumer Price Index (CPI) trends. Select Max to unlock the full history of CPI data for comprehensive pattern analysis. Switch to the bar chart view for a new perspective on CPI movements and comparisons. Choose the line chart option for a clear, continuous view of CPI trends over time. Try the area chart style to emphasize the magnitude of CPI changes across the years. Open the overlay menu to customize your chart view with additional context or highlights. Tap YoY Change Percent to visualize annual percentage shifts and detect trend inflections. Explore timeshift analytics to compare CPI trends across chosen timeframes for deeper insights. Switch to Delta Mom mode for a focused look at month-over-month CPI changes and anomalies. Select Your Wine mode to highlight year-over-year movements and pinpoint major data shifts. Choose Value mode to view the original, untransformed CPI data for direct comprehension. Hit Controls to access advanced chart settings and fine-tune your analysis experience. Adjust advanced controls for enhanced chart customization, smoothing, and clarity. Toggle dual axis to compare two datasets side by side for in-depth CPI analysis. Enable dual axis to spot relationships between multiple series without switching screens. Select a date to annotate a specific point on the CPI chart for easy reference. Enter a note to document insights or memorable findings tied to that CPI data point. Pick a color to visually organize and distinguish your annotation on the chart. Zoom into the latest year of CPI data to focus on short-term developments and trends. Switch to Quant Analytics for sophisticated CPI statistical analysis and actionable insights. View market regimes to understand the macroeconomic context behind CPI trends. Analyze cycles to spot repeating patterns and time-based behaviors within the CPI data. Use correlation analysis to uncover links between CPI and related economic indicators. Explore seasonality to reveal recurring annual patterns and plan ahead with confidence. Leverage lead-lag tools to identify how changes in one metric anticipate others. Tap Forecasts to see data-driven CPI predictions and prepare for upcoming trends. Visit the Anomalies tab to quickly spot and investigate unusual spikes or outliers in CPI data. Open chart events to review significant movements and market events affecting the CPI. Expand the list to view all key chart events and pinpoint hidden opportunities or risks. Dive into volatility analysis to monitor how much CPI values fluctuate over time. Explore summary insights, trend analysis, and advanced reports on the U.S. Consumer Price Index for informed decision-making. Get a quick summary of essential takeaways by clicking the Basic Insight button. Read the concise overview to quickly understand what the Consumer Price Index measures. See how industry leaders use CPI data to guide monetary policy and manage financial strategies. Review the most recent CPI value, its reporting period, and year-over-year change for up-to-date context. Discover how analysts leverage this index for advanced macroeconomic modeling and risk scenarios. Unlock deeper analysis by switching to Advanced Insights for richer data trend exploration. Delve into the foundational details of the Consumer Price Index and how it's constructed. Explore how the Consumer Price Index impacts different economic channels and sectors. Access rich insights into the current economic cycle for informed market perspectives. Analyze recent surprises in economic data to spot important shifts and emerging trends. Jump right to high-conviction correlations and expose hidden relationships in the data. Review the 5 canonical applications for powerful use cases of CPI and related datasets. Spot risk factors and warning signals in the red flags section to stay ahead of potential issues. Add these insights to your dashboard for fast future access and streamlined collaboration. Export your custom report as a PDF for professional sharing and offline reading. Copy the official citation in a snap to enhance your reports and presentations. Learn how to configure alerts and share critical Consumer Price Index updates with your team workspace. Turn on alerts to get notified about important updates to the Consumer Price Index. Share alerts with your team to keep everyone in the loop. Enter a descriptive alert name or your email to personalize notifications. Set up a new custom alert for the dataset with just one click. Click Set Quant Alerts to stay on top of crucial changes and trends. Enable regime change alerts to instantly get notified when the market shifts. Save your custom alert settings to never miss a key event. Confirm your alert preferences and lock in your real-time notifications. Explore how to select, analyze, and visualize multiple economic datasets side by side for actionable insights. Click Compare in the top menu to start analyzing economic datasets side by side. Tap Search and select Datasets to choose up to 5 key economic datasets for instant comparison. Quickly dive in by selecting the U.S. Treasury Curve preset for a head start on your analysis. Select the 5Y view to explore how Treasury yields have trended over the past 5 years. Click any chart data point for instant, detailed values across all compared datasets. Highlight a specific dataset in the correlation matrix to focus on its relationships with others. Adjust visibility with the Show filter to spotlight significant correlations among datasets. Use the Correlates greater than 0.5 filter to instantly surface the strongest connections in your data. Switch the correlation method for a deeper, multi-angle look at dataset relationships. Apply Index 100 to normalize each series, making trend comparisons simple and clear. Hover or click on graph points to unlock granular insights for any date in your comparison. Effortlessly begin your comparison by using the Quick Start menu of popular datasets. Add inflation and real rate data for a richer, multidimensional economic analysis. Manage your comparison sets by tapping on the Selected Datasets overview. Use the 5Y filter to narrow the focus to recent, relevant financial trends. Expand Correlation Matrix to dig into dataset interdependencies that drive markets. Hit Search in the main nav to look up any economic dataset or tool quickly. Type keywords in the search bar to tap into over 15 million economic datasets. Select a dataset to see its source, update history, and essential metadata all at a glance. Click Compare to place this dataset side by side with others for deeper insights. Choose a specific dataset for in-depth review or direct comparison. Add this dataset to your comparison dashboard to unlock comprehensive analytics. Launch the dataset comparison to view trends, insights, and powerful visualizations. Expand your analysis by including more datasets for richer comparison outcomes. Dismiss the dialog to return to your analysis without making changes. Select Max to analyze your datasets with the fullest possible historical scope. Drill down to any data point on the comparison chart for on-the-spot metrics and context. Inspect the rolling correlation graph to spot shifts in relationships over time. Pinpoint the strongest predictive lead lag for actionable cross-dataset insights. Click on the intercept value to better interpret long-term relationships in your cointegration analysis. Review important caveats for deeper understanding and smarter data-driven decisions. Experiment with different methods to optimize how correlation is calculated for your datasets. Learn how to create a new workspace, invite team members, set roles, and streamline shared research. Access a workspace overview to quickly gauge your team's current activity and trends. Check your basic insights usage details to stay on top of your monthly analytics limits. Explore live data polls for instant access to the latest live data and emerging economic trends. Edit a custom alert to ensure your team gets timely updates on key market indicators. Check this option to share important alerts with your entire team workspace. Enable workspace sharing so your team never misses critical data alerts. Click Save Changes to activate your new alert settings for the whole team. Search your dataset alerts to instantly find and manage specific team notifications. Switch to threshold alerts to monitor key data breaking past your chosen limits. Open your watch list to track the datasets most vital to your team's projects.